Hey everyone, Mrs. Batola here. Here are the answers for our prime and composite numbers homework assignment. Just take a look, pause the video, and check your work. Just a little note for number 26, I just wanted to bring to your attention the number 2 is the only prime number that is an even number. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. All right, check your work and good luck. Today's lesson is Unit 4, Day 3, Making Factor Lists or T-Charts. How can you make a list of factors for a given number? Well, this might look familiar. We have done something similar to this already. So hopefully this will be a bit of a review lesson and you'll be successful. But before we get started, let's just take a look at our do now. What is the difference between a prime and composite number? Well, in order to answer that question, you need to know the definitions for a prime number and a composite number. So why don't you write those down now, pause the video. If we take a look at the definition of a prime number, you will notice that a prime number only has two factors, the number 1 and the number itself. So only two numbers are divisible by a prime number, that number itself and 1. On the other hand, a composite number has three or more factors. So not only will one be a factor and the number itself, but there is one or more additional factors. Moving along, we can see using the diagram on the left as an example, create a T below each number and starting with 1 and going in order, make a list of all factors for each given number. Let's take a look at the diagram over on the right. Actually, it's not the left, it's on the right. So for 16, we have 1 times 16. Then we have 2 times 8. Please notice that going down this way, we go in order this way. We start with 1, and then we say, can 2 go into that number? And you can use your calculator to help you make the T-charts. Does 3 go into 16? Well, it doesn't. And this is where your rules of divisibility will always be helpful. And then we see that 4 is a factor. So when we list the factors, 4 only gets listed one time. So the factors of 16 would be 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Let's take a look at the first given number. The number is 27. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a line here and a line here. We're making a T. And then we start listing the factors starting with number 1. 1 times 27. Can 2 go into that number? Well, you can use your calculator to check, but it's an odd number, so 2 can't go into it. Does 3 go into 27? Well, if you know your facts, you would say, oh, yes, absolutely. 3 times 9. You can also check with your calculator. How about 4? Doesn't go. 5? Nope. 6? Nope. 7? Nope. 8? Nope. Back to 9. So once you get it to the point, almost looks like a smiley face, where there are no other numbers, you are finished. So the factors of 27 are 1, 1, 3, 9, and 27. Let's go on with the next one. The next one is 84. This is a bigger number, so it's going to take a little bit more space. For 84, 1 times 84. Can 2 go into 84? The answer would be yes. Why? Because it's an even number. 2 times 42. How about the number 3? Can 3 go into that number? Well, if you remember your divisibility rules, I am going to write 3 here. 8 plus 4 is 12. Can 3 go into 12? It certainly can. So if you need to, you can use your calculator. You know that 3 goes into it. Go ahead and do the division. The answer to that is 28. Finish this one up. Pause the video. And there you have the rest of the factors. So the factors for 84 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 12, 14, 21, 28, 42, 84. You don't really have to list them all down, but just make sure that your list is complete. And again, make sure you are going in order heading this way. Always start with 1 and then go down. If the number doesn't go in, you can just skip over it. But don't just start putting random numbers in. You have to go in order. Let's take a look at the next one, 54. So let's make our T. And when we make our T for that one, we see we have 1 times 54. Can 2 go into that? The answer is yes. Why? Because it's a even number. So 2 times 27. How about 3? Can 3 go into that number? You should tell me yes, because the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. 5 plus 4 is 9. Can 3 go into 9? Yes. So 3 times, and then it's 18. Finish the rest. And then the last one is 6 times 9. Let's look at 141. Make your T chart. And we start 1 times 141. Now we go with 2. Can 2 go into that? Nope, because it's an odd number. Can 3 go into that? Well, I know the divisibility rule of 3 says the sum of the digits has to add up to a number that is divisible by 3. So if I go 1 plus 4 plus 1, that's 6. I know that 3 can go into it. And 3 times 47. Those are the factors of 141. Let's look at 72. For 72, we have 1 times 72. We know it's an even number, so 2 can go into that. 2 times 36. Let's see, if I add 7 plus 2, that's 9, so 3 can go into it. 3 times 24. And you can pause the video and finish up the rest of this one. And there are the rest of the factors of 72. Now remember, when you have two factors that are consecutive, remember, what does that word consecutive mean? Consecutive means one after the other. When you have two numbers that are consecutive, there are no other factors. All right, let's try the next one, 110. Pause the video and give it a shot. And there you have the factors there for 110. 1, 2, 5, 10, 11, 22, 55, 110. Let's go on to the next one, 119. Pause the video and give it a whirl. And you can get started with 1 times 119. Use your calculator and go through the numbers to see if you can find the rest of the factors of 119. There are a couple of more, not many. And there are the remaining factors. So the factors of 119 are 1, 7, 17, and 119. Hope you were able to get it. Let's look at the last two, 22 and 77. Try those two on your own. And there are the rest of the answers for factors of 22 and for 77. Here is your homework page with more practice, so make your T-charts, have your calculator handy. You can also use a multiplication chart, which is in the back of the workbook if that's more useful for you. And then come back tomorrow and you can check your answers. Have a great day, everyone, and good luck and be kind.